Prepare for some disturbing news.
Hello there, agents. Susanna Moyer here for the Ingress Report. I'm on my way to Aegis Nova in Brooklyn. I can't wait to get to the East Coast again, and I hope to see many of you there. Meanwhile, from around the world, I have some amazing situation reports to share. I mentioned a concept known as homogeneous fields in my last Ingress report. In Nuremberg, a cross-faction group of agents used a combination of both homogeneous and regular fields to create a Mayflower field art.
Originally, the flower field art for this operation has been designed in different shades of green. But at about the same time, a small number of agents were able to build up a cross-faction community for our region. So the idea arose to redesign it for a true cross-faction field art.
Over 56 fields were thrown in total. The operation was almost derailed when a local resistance agent began attacking parts of their canvas, not knowing what was underway.
Luckily, we were able to close the leak we obviously had and succeeded in the end.
Fortunately, the agents were able to contact him and save their op. The op was planned by Azrael the Cat and Tabiti. In Seoul, agents created their own cross-faction project. Historically, the relationship between Enlightened and resistance agents in Seoul hasn't been strong, but after working together during Oliver Lindenwolf's Ingress Portal survey, the factions decided to build new bridges with a shared Starburst link op.
This was the largest-scale cross-faction operation in Korea ever.
Over a 2-hour window, more than 50 agents helped throw 912 blue and 514 green links before celebrating their success with food, drinks, good company, and donated swag.
처음으로 노바 이벤트를 참여해봤는데 너무너무 재밌었고요.
Agents that took part included Astrotier, Visual Effects, Last Maze, Pure Cotton, and Outlife.
조진 형이 함께 할 수 있었던 뜻깊은 순간이었습니다.
Meanwhile, in Sri Lanka, both factions were hard at work pulling off some amazing feats. Resistance agents Wazda Killer and Agent Venom had the vision for a massive expanding link burst that would come to be known as Operation WaveStar.
We planned this operation for a couple of months, and a lot of agents were involved in the key farm.
Over 50 agents joined the plan, and after farming keys for days, they set to work. In the dead of night, they began to throw links, expanding further and further outwards from their central portal. After just 3 hours, they had thrown a massive 1,179 links, setting a record for Sri Lanka.
And all of the agents had a lot of fun during the night, and it will be a day for them to remember.
In the end, they destroyed their own work by deploying a Jarvis virus, not wanting to leave such an attractive target for the opposing team. Agents involved included Hack Python, King Nevermore, and Ultra Strike. The Enlightened, meanwhile, had 2 different irons in the fire. Their first was a field operation built around 2 anchors in Sri Lanka and a 3rd in India.
We focus on fielding before 9:30 at night. As soon as the blockers gone down, 8:30, we made the base link from Mayangana to Madurai and Amalangoda.
The planners noticed that the corridors between these anchors were relatively free of blocking links, creating a ripe opportunity for them. Over 20 agents helped them throw 28 layers over a 6-hour period.
After my link team make a base link, we start layering. Ingress is not about AB, it's about mind units.
In total, the operation controlled over 200 million mind units, and 4 agents gained Black Illuminator medals. Agents Kadat Pulia, Vibe 00, Ghost Rider 88, and Batoski SL. The second was smaller in scale, but just as large in heart. To celebrate the wedding of agents Naps to Jan and Jan to Naps, their close friends and fellow agents built field art with the letters of their names and a heart to mark the auspicious day.
They made the initial heart, and then they had to pause for a while because we were throwing a BAF as well to compete for the cycle.
The operation involved agents Painkiller SL, Agent Kumzi, Sam 356, Batoski SL, Pericles, and SL Poo. Congratulations, agents. I've saved one of my favourite sitreps for last. Agent Hapto, faced with unwelcome changes in her life, decided to go on an adventure in order to raise her own spirits.
Along the way I was meeting agents, I was getting pulled into ops. I was slowly getting bigger fields as I went along. So what was like 15,000 MU became 1.3 million.
That journey, using the vast communities of Ingress, lasted over 2 months and 9,000 miles and culminated in large fields spanning from Canada to Ireland.
Half of our team getting pulled off to become parts of the anomalies, or surprise, there's a mission day and it's on your lane.
Hapto's adventure brought her into contact with hundreds of other agents across Europe and the United States and laid the foundations for great friendships and powerful memories.
These are people who will do crazy, amazing things and kind of walk out their door with a sense of adventure.
Last week, we learned that Klue, the investigator whose mind was previously merged with Ada, has been experiencing some kind of trauma and sought help at the Acolyte's Enlightened compound. It now seems that she is being held there against her will. I have received reports that she has been locked in a remote cabin on the compound with the body of Roland Jarvis. My source claims that Jarvis is attempting to manipulate XM to pry vital information about Ada from Klue's mind, possibly in preparation for some kind of attack on Ada. And here's the most important part. The portals control Klue's fate. Control of the portal network this weekend during the Aegis Nova Anomaly will determine whether Jarvis succeeds or fails in extracting vital intel out of Klue's mind. Thanks for watching, agents. Subscribe to our channel, give this show the thumbs up, and let us know in the comments what you'd like to see more of next time. And as always, keep sharing your stories on G+, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For the Ingress Report, I'm Susanna Moyer.
Now, our true evolution begins.
I've just got a strange message from my father, Dr. Nigel Moyer, and I'm worried about him. His message wasn't entirely clear, but he seems to have figured out how the Aegis Nova Anomaly sites could be used to convert the Obsidian Shield into some kind of targeted XM weapon. Is it possible this is part of what the Acolyte, Jarvis and Klue are trying to achieve? Is Jahan pursuing this as well? If that's the case, the anomalies are going to be at the heart of this struggle, both this Saturday and going forward. My father warned me that there are dangers ahead, but I still plan to be in Brooklyn with P.A. Chapeau. We need to learn more about what my dad knows about Aegis Nova, and we need to figure out how that connects to Jarvis and Klue. See you soon, agents.